What if I told you that that snack that you enjoy pretty much every day after work or whatever it is probably the reason that your gut health is bad? I'm going to give you three reasons today why your gut health is bad, basically just from snacking. And the first one's actually going to be dopamine. When you trigger your brain in order to continually go for snacking, which many Americans actually do this now, where it's pretty much based upon snacking instead of eating full meals. What you're doing is you're triggering your dopamine to crave something like that. And food was supposed to nourish us. And with your gut, it's supposed to give you the natural bacteria, and the biome is supposed to grow off of the food that you eat, which contains fiber. But snacking, usually what that ends up doing is you're getting something that has pretty much no nutritional value, putting it in your body and triggering your dopamine in order to crave that instead of food. And that's what's going to be killing your gut biome. It's going to destroy most of the gut biome that you have, because usually it contains gluten or it contains some sort of processed whatever it is, and typically has no nutrition. So when we think about snacking, the dopamine is probably the most important part, because you're triggering yourself to crave that instead of actual food. The second thing is actually, like I said, it's going to be your gut health. Typically, when we think about snacking, it's things that have processed oils in them, or it has sugar, or it has some sort of additive that's really bad for your gut health. And typically, when you take these top three that you have, sugar, like different oils that you have, basically when you heat up any sort of oil, it turns into a trans fat. So that's essentially what we're talking about. Salts or whatever it is, these things, when they enter your gut system, your gut cannot feed on them, and it ends up destroying the gut biome that you have in your stomach, which in turn doesn't just affect you now, it affects you later when you try and eat food, because your gut is already backed up. And typically what ends up happening with the gut health is you end up backing yourself up, because most of the food has not been digested still. So a lot of us are walking around with undigested food just floating around in our stomach that is pretty much not good. And that's what leads me to the third thing, is your digestion. Typically, when you are snacking all the time, you're destroying your gut biome, and it doesn't allow you to digest food properly. And this is why you go for snacking, because it's a quick fix that maybe solves the problem for like 1 second, but essentially in the long run, it destroys your gut biome, and it helps kind of continue further your digestion problems later on down the road, where you can't extract the same nutrients that you used to be able to do. All of these things, and we're kind of adding this all up to pretty much your gut is the most important thing on your body. It's what powers your mind, it's what powers your body, it's what powers everything, your mental capacity to be able to overcome things. All of these different things come from your gut. And one of the biggest problems that I see is most people have a sweet tooth, or a snacking problem, that instead of eating food, because when you eat food you get full, actual food, and what I mean by food is things that contain a lot of fiber, and I'll have a lot of protein and nutrients dense food, you feel full, you don't want to eat. But when you're snacking, you continually want more snacks. You always notice that when you eat a bag of potato chips, you don't feel full, you feel like you want a different bag of potato chips. Like it never makes you feel full, and there's a reason for that, because there's no nutrients in it. Where when you continue doing this, triggering your dopamine and making yourself crave food like that, you end up destroying your gut biome. Your digestion starts to suck, and that's why you feel tired, constipated, all of those different symptoms that you would have. It typically comes from snacking, and that's what kills your gut biome. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. And if you have a problem with snacking, let me know, and we can discuss what's the further steps that you can definitely do. As always, guys, take care of your gut health. It's important. Love you all. Peace.